man, the myth, the legend. Oh no! What's up, baby? The fun continues here at the French Throwdown. I'm just hanging out with a couple of my best friends. Hanging out with some of my friends over here. Yo, all the fun's here from the competition floor, from behind the scenes. We got a big day coming at you. Let's do this. Ladies and gentlemen, a good friend of mine, Nick Fowler, is here on site.
How's it going, everyone?
He is the brains of Brute Strength, and but of course, like you said, we have to round that out. Also, the good looks,
yeah,
you know, the handsomeness. You've got a bunch of elite athletes that you work with, but here on site, one that stands out I want to ask you about is Roman Krennikov. There's a language barrier. How do you get around that?
Yeah, so we've been working obviously for a little bit, and we've honestly just through Google Translate. And his wife, right? His wife speaks English, but there's a lot of typing, him reading, him typing back, me reading. So, you know, technology is a great
21st
thing.
century, dude.
Yeah,
you know, it just would have been a non-starter before.
Yeah, and so now there's Google Conversation where you just speak into, and
No
it translates
way.
it and it speaks it back.
No way.
So we're trying that.
That's amazing. So, and for people at home, I didn't know this actually. I tried to go up and speak to Roman. He doesn't even really have like, hi, how you doing?
No.
You know what I mean? Or at least like when he gets nervous, he's like, there's zero conversational English.
Yeah.
And so this,
Few words.
you literally talking to the phone and it speaks the other side?
Yeah, pretty
That's
much.
cool,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. I do want to teach him. My goal is to leave him right with one phrase from France, and it's "I will crush you like a little dog," and that's what I'm trying to get him to actually.
Do you think
say.
it'll do it?
I don't know. It's a work in progress.
You know what you should also teach him if you can have to.
If he dies, he dies.
Ah, I like that
you
one
know,
better.
The old,
If he dies,
the old
he
Rocky.
dies.
You know?
Yes.
Gonna get
I
Roman
love it.
Krennikov. So what do you think about old? You know, he looked pretty beat up after that. If he dies, he dies.
Yeah. That could be his thing.
That would be awesome. People would fucking eat it up. I'd make a shirt with his face on it. Yes.
Oh yes.
You heard it here first. All right, check it out. At events like this, I see friends from all over the world all the time, but it's very seldom that my family comes. So I got my cousins in town.
That's
I'm
right,
so glad
cuz.
you're here. I went to the World Cup last night.
And we beat France in France.
We beat France in France, and there were some of the hottest tickets in town. I'm going to give you 3 guesses as to who purchased those tickets on my behalf. Who bought me those tickets?
Was it my dad?
No.
Was it Uncle V?
It was Uncle V,
Yeah.
dude. Uncle V. So I just want to introduce the world to Uncle V because I could give him a massive shout out. It's in the vlog.
Okay.
How do you even describe the man?
Legendary?
Legendary. This man has different colored suits for different occasions.
Yes.
He's
Mainly
got-
Easter.
Mainly Easter.
We're not
He's
talking
got-
birthday suits either.
He's got boots. No, not birthday suits. He's got boots that are like of different animal skins.
Yeah.
And he gives generously.
He does.
And he's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's a wild man. Always good for a laugh and a childish joke, which is kind of where he gets it.
So we're gonna go back. The women are done with day 2, but during the course of the day, I did a really interesting interview with Melissa Herman, who crushed the second event on day 2, but she was just beat at the line by Carrie Beamer. Okay. The interesting thing is, Melissa was disqualified from the Open because she took her shoes off doing handstand push-ups, which is the weirdest thing ever. I want to hear the story from her. What's even more strange is then after the interview was done, she looks at Carrie Beamer and she's like, yeah, you got my spot. Because Carrie Beamer was 29th in the world in the Open, and once Melissa didn't get her spot, it went up and Carrie Beamer. So here they are head-to-head in a workout. Beamer skips out on her and she's like, yeah, you took my spot from the Open. Anyways, I'm more interested in the story from the Open, so we're gonna get it from her right now.
You know, like you could be good at something and then suck at something else.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
I want it was awesome that you told me that your story from the Open. I want you to tell the story though, because I don't really know it very well.
Okay. So
You were crushing the Open, you did fantastic.
yeah, who knew? I took 9th in the first workout.
Yeah.
That was kind of like a surprise. We knew I was good at rowing, but I didn't know I was that good. I love wall balls too. So after that week, we kind of were like, all right, I guess we should take this pretty seriously.
Okay, let's do this for real.
Yeah, let's do this for real. So kept chipping away, a couple workouts. Not my favorite, handstand one. Did it the first time, got like 160, got like one handstand walk, I think. And I was like, I had way more in the tank.
Yeah.
We were like talking strategy, literally seconds before. Someone was like, oh, I saw so-and-so take their shoes off on Instagram. They're like, we have cinder blocks, maybe it'll help. I'm like, oh yeah, maybe. Whatever. Did a couple of reps. I'm like, all right, take my shoes off. Keep going. Do way better. I don't think it's because of my shoes.
Yeah.
I think I was just a little bit more prepared.
Sure.
And then did a lot better. And then finished like 29.
So this is for the one with the box step-ups and the handstand walk.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then strict handstand push-ups.
Okay, yeah.
So that's what I did. They sent the email, like you can redo the videos. So I redid the one I got 9th in the world.
So back up, you got an email from CrossFit that said,
Submit your videos,
okay,
congratulations
got it.
on
Yes.
whatever. So I actually redid the first workout because I was terrified because we didn't actually measure my 9-foot target.
got it.
And I did better. And so we're like, your handstand one's fine, you did everything right, everything's measured to standard, everything's fine. Okay. Submitted them all, did the MAC, had no pressure. I was like, oh, this is fun. Got 4th. Literally that week, I got the email that they were like, we're not accepting your video. There's going to be a major penalty for taking your shoes off and not meeting the standard in the handstand workout. So I was coaching class.
And the idea is like that it wasn't, you went, what was the, I don't get it.
In the rule book, it says you must wear proper workout attire at all times, including shoes.
Because it offered some advantage?
I suppose.
Because I hate working out with shoes on.
Yeah, you better do it.
I'm not a competitive athlete. It doesn't matter for me. But, okay, wow. Okay, so you're coaching class, you get this email.
Yeah.
And what happened? You just freak out.
Just freak out, yeah. So
just
my parents,
punish your
my
clients.
parents had already like booked everything, got the tickets, got like good seats in the Coliseum.
So you're like, everybody's doing burpees today.
Yeah.
Oh, they for an hour.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And then when you found out that Carrie Beamer was here, you got a fist fight.
No way,
Not
no
true,
way.
not true.
No. It all works out. It all backs through, you know. And
So let's talk about it working out. Here we are, one day to go in France. You're in a fantastic position. There's lots of women ahead of you, but most of them are already qualified. What do you think?
that was not my best workout. Definitely not how I wanted it to go, but you know, it is what it is. We'll see how I definitely moved up today. I was 10th coming in today,
Yeah.
5th going to that workout, so hopefully I'm better than 10th after that. Tomorrow should be pretty good for me. I love the skier and I love snatching heavy, so we'll see how that one goes. And the first one's the pistols and the handstand, so maybe I'll make a redemption. Maybe I'll take my shoes off.
That would be awesome.
Again, it's all about capitalizing on mistakes. So I think I'm learning as I go, and even at the competition in Washington a while back, just learned so much in that competition about what it means to persevere. So yeah, I think I'm persevering right now. I'm just doing the best I can, and I got a short-term memory. So if I mess up, just go to the next event, and things will take care of themselves.
Great, that's the only way to be. So then what about looking forward? Do you do that?
Looking forward to the events.
Looking forward to tomorrow and the end of the event, and the end of
Absolutely.
the competition, and how you're going to finish.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm very excited about tomorrow. The first event I think will be good, and the second event will be another test like this one. The heavyweights have always given me trouble, but I've been working on that. And Kyle Ruth at Training Think Tank, give him a shout out, has worked with me for the last year and a half or so, and I think I'm closing the gap.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for tomorrow, and I'm going to give it all I have.
You were a baseball player in the past, correct?
That's right,
And
yes.
confidence is a huge part of any sport, including
That's exactly
baseball. It seems as if you're getting a little bit of swagger throughout the course of the weekend. Is it fair to say that you're gaining more confidence as you see that you can hang with these guys?
Absolutely. In Washington, there was a few events where I did really well, and that you just keep building confidence when you do well on events. I guess especially with all the great athletes in both of these competitions, it's just humbling to be here and have the opportunity to do that. So,
All right. Thank you, sir. One more day to go. We'll see you
That's
tomorrow.
right.
I'm going to bring in actually Mitchell Stevenson, who is also fighting for that CrossFit Games spot. You've had quite a year, my friend. You've been chasing this around the world.
I have been, yeah. I hit some roadblocks on the way in South Africa. I got a pretty bad bacterial infection, so I had to withdraw from that. Yeah, I was in Miami, then went to South Africa from there, and then was just at Granite Games, and I'm here.
How's your confidence level? Day 2, one more day to go. You did a fantastic finish there for you. You're chasing down Josh. How you feeling about maybe making this your ticket to the games?
Oh man, I would love to get back there, and I'll just do everything I can. Again, it's, you know, you can only run in your lane, so it's easy to start looking around and looking at Josh and looking at the other guys next to you, but all you can really do is focus on your lane. So that's what I'm trying to do. It's tough because, you know, there's 20 lanes out here. There's a lot to look at. So just trying to stay in my lane and do my thing and trust my training that I've done. So confidence level is pretty good. Always can build on that. So looking to build from some events that I didn't think I would do so great in today that were damage control and ended up being really good.
Great. Finally, speaking about your lane, your training, how does tomorrow's events line up with your skill set?
Good. The first one tomorrow is going to be great. It's going to be fun. And anytime you can attack a workout and be like, oh man, it's playtime.
Yes.
You know, that's going to be great. So I'm looking forward to that. The second one, snatch, is something I'm working on. So it'll be a time to test and reflect when it's over and see how far I've come. And you know, when you can change your perspective instead of damage control to this is time to see where I've come, that'll be good.
Great. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Roy. All right. Thanks, guys.
What's up, brother?
Thanks. Yeah, it's fun.
I didn't know it was bacterial. I knew you withdrew, but I didn't know it was, like, what happened?
Yeah, South Africa, man. I was in Wadapalooza. It was fun. That was a great event. I'd never done that before. And I'd already been invited to that, and then I was like, well, like, it's like halfway to South Africa. It's not halfway, but like it's like on the way, you know. Turns out there's a lot of flying to get there.
That's an optimistic young man. Yeah, it's halfway.
It's halfway. Yeah. No, but it was on the way. So I was like, the plane ticket will be cheaper if I could just do it in one trip. And
Here, I'll walk with you.
I had a friend down there. So yeah. So anyways, long story short, I decided to go, and then day 1, like first event, I started getting this bump in my like groin area, and I was like, do I have a hernia? Like freaking out. And turned out it was like a lymph node that was just super swollen. Oh, wow. But it was so tender to the touch. It was really freaky.
But then obviously something was wrong, right?
Yeah, and so then this thing showed up on my leg right here. And it was like, my leg started getting hot and really tender.
Yikes.
And yeah, so then the next day, well, that evening I started just getting sick. Like fever, all that kind of stuff. And then...
and like, was there an open cut or anything? Like a rope climb?
No, I think my feet... like we're splitting on the bottom.
Okay.
And it's super hot there. And now my friends got a pool. So I was like barefoot. I think I just picked something up.
Yikes.
But anyways, like I just got progressively sicker. And the next morning went to go try to compete like the 400-meter run thing they had.
Yes.
And I saw the medical staff and they're like, you can't, we're gonna have to take you to a doctor. And like, it's just not smart. And then it just got worse and worse. Like, so I was locked in this apartment in South Africa by myself in Cape Town. Like this awesome place, and was just dead sick.
Oh no.
So,
well, I'm glad that you went to Granite Games, right?
Yeah.
So made the recovery. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. So then it was the Open, and I had lost like 15 pounds.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I was really sick.
Best diet ever.
Yeah, you want to lose weight? I got a secret. Yeah. So then the Open didn't go as well as I'd hoped. I don't know if I would have placed top 20, but they backfilled so far. I was like, if I could place like 40, you got a chance.
That's what I was thinking. I just needed 39,000 people ahead of me just to drop out.
Right?
Yeah. So close.
Everyone has a shot.
So close.
Let's all go. So then it was Granite Games and did a bunch of qualifiers. Like from the Open, it was like weeks and weeks of just qualifiers. So anyways.
I got to go back this way. I'm happy, first of all, that you still have your leg.
Yeah, me too.
And you're doing fantastic, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks.
good job.
Appreciate it.
What's up, buddy?
Say hi to Nate.
What's up, dude?
Hello.
Hello.
Show him the alien.
You see, we're getting views now, so you want to be in it, right?
Alien?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the alien?
Whoa!
Hi.
Hi, turn that thing off.
I'm fine.
Oh. Alright. Oh, no. Oh. Alright. Love you.
Love you.
I'll call you later.
See ya.
Bye, babe. Bye, Mom.
Bye.
Bye.
What a family, man.
I'm ready to go home. It was a good day, but I'm ready to go home. So Marcus, the top dog, one of the top dogs at Noble. And first of all, thank you so much for being so supportive of what we're doing. It's
Absolutely love what you guys are doing.
It's been awesome, and because we look fresh, we feel fresh, but also you guys make it possible to do this stuff. Watch yourself. Real quick.
Yes.
I think that you guys have an awesome corporate story. Kind of how'd this whole thing get going? Where'd Noble come from?
So Michael and I worked together back at Reebok back in the day and became really good friends. And I left to help someone start a venture capital firm and got into the whole startup space.
Yep.
And Michael and I enjoyed working together, and we're talking, quite a bit about starting something.
Okay.
And then eventually decided if we didn't do it then, we were going to regret it. And kind of pulled the trigger. It evolved into Noble. It originally was like a marketing and design agency with the idea of launching brands.
Yes.
But when Noble came online, it just kind of took on a life of its own, and so it was pretty cool.
And now, it's funny you mentioned the Phil Knight book. You assigned that to your people.
Yep.
And you said that you're in chapter 1.
Yes.
So how's it going? It seems like you guys are just absolutely exploding.
Well, we're having a lot of fun right now, and are
Most importantly?
absolutely grateful about for everything that's been happening. There's just this community in the entire in the CrossFit space that's just unreal.
Yeah.
Like here, we're at the French Throwdown, and the community here is absolutely amazing. And it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah. And Katrin Davis' daughter.
Yes.
Who, I sent you our book.
There we go.
And,
yes.
So a recent.
We bought 50 plus copies, just so you know.
Yes. Yeah. So
go.
don't tell anybody that. That makes it seem like we're boosting their stats. No, thank you.
But you got to come by for Q&A at the office. I talked to Katrin already.
Yes.
She's going to come by and do the same thing.
Without a doubt.
So we're over the moon. It's been really, really fun. I've had the opportunity to watch Katrin train over the years at CrossFit New England with Ben, and it's just been phenomenal.
Cool.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Bottom of my heart, man. You guys have been really, really supportive, really, really helpful, and lots more stuff in the future, hopefully.
There we go. Love it.
I'll let you go get to the family. He's got the family here in Paris, taking time to come say hello. Let's do this. It's getting messy.
Just be behind your partner. We want to start lifting. So if I come from behind.
No scuzzy reporters can misquote. Okay. So you know the situation, right?
Yes.
And I was going to contact you guys when it came to our attention about what had happened in Reykjavik, right? But you'd already subbed her out, which is fine because teams are allowed to make the one sub from the qualifier, the online qualifier, to the final. Every team, and loads of teams have, nearly a dozen teams have changed this one, I think, so that's fine. So you come out here, and obviously Friday morning, the unfortunate results were confirmed, right? And she's received the ban. But so there's a point of view of saying, well, she received the ban from the test in Reykjavik, which is before the online qualifier, so she shouldn't really be valid for the online qualifier or to come here. And then the logic behind that is, but without her, you wouldn't have qualified.
That's the logic.
Okay, so that's the logic, and I can understand that. And then she started the route with you and all this kind of stuff, so you shouldn't be here. I understand that, but I don't agree with it. My point of view is simply that if you weren't going to qualify without her, you would not be at the top of the leaderboard now. Right? So if you'd had the team you have now, you still would have qualified. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
The other thing is, as soon as you were aware that there was an issue, you made the change.
Correct.
So there was at no point in time you guys were trying to
if we'd known before the qualifier, we would have had Caroline.
Yeah, we emailed them.
We were notified by HQ.
No, you guys have been very transparent with us, and I really appreciate how fast you are making the change and stuff. And so, my other point is that when we come to a competition like this, what's important? What's important is that in Madison, whether it's through the Open as national champions or whether it's through a sanctional, that we get the fittest athletes and teams at Madison. So having said that, for me it's just that let the fittest team win. Let's not, because if I were another team that wanted to beat you, I wouldn't want to go to Madison because you've been withdrawn from the competition. I agree. I'd want to go to Madison because I'm beating you. That's me, right? And so I was advised to let you guys compete, but make your score 0. So you can, so it'd be like, hey, show us what you got, show us that you're good, but hey, you're not going to go to Madison. It would kind of like, you guys have spent money, you spent time, you spent a lot of investment to get this far. So I wouldn't think that was fair either. I think what's fair is to say, you 4 are clean, and I fucking hope you are. Yeah, that's the idea. And then if you're the fittest team, then you go to Madison. If you're the second fittest team, then you don't go to Madison. It's simple as that. So we got, I think we got like one of the fittest in Krennikov. Exactly. Well, and you're going to, right? So just so you know, you're not going to get tested once, you'll get tested twice here because we have the guys from CrossFit that are here, they've flown in from the States, and we have the French but yes, the Minister for Sport. Cool. Right? So anybody at the podium is going to get tested twice. Right? So either you're clean or you're fucking smart. Right? One of the two, right? So that's the decision I've made. I've checked with council, and the decision stands. Is that okay? So you understand the reasons, okay? So again, thank you for making it out. I'm sorry that it took to Sunday for me to come and see you guys, but it's just been a really hectic weekend.
That's okay. It's been an awesome competition, man. Yeah, so grateful, thank you. It's been a fantastic ride. Thanks for being here.
If you guys qualify, good luck. If you don't, I just hope that you've had a good time. And then we'll see you back here next year, yeah? Okay, thank you.
Thanks so much.
Yo, what's going on here, Ro?
What's going on here is the Elite Team Division is getting really, really spurious. Some gamesmanship, let's call it. People looking to get a couple of angles rules-wise, or some protests that may or may not be legitimate. But Daniel Chaffee, ultimately, the organizer of the event, said, listen, the winner of this event will be the winner of this event. So if you want to go to the games, just win. Hey, I want to talk to Mayhem.
Taking photos. Get back to the director.
Rory, hey. We speak on behalf of Mayhem. I just want to know. I wanted to. I was there for Daniel's explanation, but I don't totally understand what the.
I think
the situation.
So from what Daniel explained to us, what I understood of it was the argument against us competing would be that we used
by whom? Sorry.
By I don't know, detractors.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the official statement. I don't even know if it's the official statement of CrossFit. I don't want to put words in CrossFit's mouth.
Somebody.
The counter argument, the devil's advocate would say, we qualified with an athlete that, whatever you believe the story is, an athlete who was using PEDs. So an unfair advantage in her performance, whatever. We wouldn't have qualified without her. Daniel disagrees with that logic. He says that if the 4 people who are here, and we made a legal substitution anyway, which he said about 10 teams have, so irrelevant of who was in the qualifier, most teams have subbed at least one person. So the 4 that we are here are in the top 3, coming first, whatever. I don't know what the points are now. So his logic is that's not true that we needed a banned athlete to make it to the qualifier. And we've been very transparent. We, Kristen and Mayhem, contacted French Throwdown before we got here saying, hey, we've just found out that we had an athlete that was banned in the qualifiers. It's going to be an issue. What do you want us to do? And they said, come, it's not a problem. Okay. So we were transparent with them. We subbed out the athlete the second we knew the situation. If we had heard earlier from CrossFit that Ellie was ineligible, we would have just swapped her out before the qualifier.
Sure.
So we've done everything we can to be as transparent as possible. And Daniel's opinion is that he respects that and thinks that we do deserve to be here and have a chance to compete. And the fittest 4 athletes should go, politics aside.
No doubt. Kristen, did you know this was going on? Like while you're competing, did you know that people had like
we only learned of it this morning.
Thrown a flag, for lack of a better description?
Yeah, I think so. Just like earlier, but.
So you're really like, how you feel?
Just trying to not let it distract us because we know we belong here.
Sure. So going in the
finals.
we're
just trying to prove that.
Yeah.
Square.
So how does it feel then that you got the information?
Good.
Very
awesome.
relieving.
Yeah. Everyone here has been super awesome. Like whenever someone from the staff walks by, they're always asking if we need anything. Like it's amazing. Everyone here is awesome. The judges cheering us on as we go onto the floor.
Yeah.
It's really cool. So
you guys feel like it's fair treatment?
I do, yeah. Honestly, I do. Yeah, I feel like it is fair. And as Daniel said, the best team's going to win. That's what's important.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Rory.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll all be tested again on the podium twice. So
Twice.
So that's it. So as far as I'm concerned, that's the final standing was set, pending the drug test.
Yeah. I got kind of nervous because he told me that, and I was like, whoa, I wasn't told I was going to be tested. I'm just holding the microphone.
Yeah.
All right, it's not cool.
Yeah.
I was trying to get away.
Do you understand what happened with Mayhem Independence?
No.
Because you're fairly opinionated about it, right?
What's that?
That they're going to be allowed to stay in the competition.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's the right thing to do, to be honest. But
I appreciate your honesty.
It's not my my sport.
You seem like you had a heavy opinion about it yesterday. So
So like, I mean, in my view, in any other like real sport, if you have a doped athlete that qualifies and you put it in your rules that you're not allowed to switch out athletes, they shouldn't be able to compete. And from talking to the guy who runs the event, it was my understanding that the reason why he had let them compete is because it wasn't official that she had failed yet. And now it's obviously official that Ellie has failed, and which makes sense, right? Because if it's not confirmed, then obviously you need to let them compete. But it's my view that if you do a qualifier with a doped athlete and the timeline suggests that she's doped at the time she did the qualifier, you shouldn't be able to compete. Sure. And it's actually a little bit embarrassing that their teammates would compete with her, to be frank. I wouldn't compete here. Knowing that we had qualified with the doped athlete, I wouldn't compete.
If that athlete wasn't
so
here,
like I still wouldn't, because we didn't get here fairly. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, and the counter logic to that was that they clearly would have qualified, right? So with Carolyn.
I mean, I don't know that.
You don't? Okay.
Weird things happen.
Okay, that's fair enough. So
that's like saying I should go to the Olympics. I should go to the Olympics in soccer.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I appreciate that you're opinionated.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're getting a lot of opinions.
Yeah, but it's, like, of course, there's stuff at stake for you guys. I get it. I get it.
It's not even that. It's just the integrity of the sport. We're in a sport where everyone already thinks we're all juicing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
I like food and puppies. What is doping?
Way to be political. I like that. Yeah. See you guys. See ya.
Please do.
Bad?
The gym's cool.
This is a very definitive line.
Is it bad? Oh no.
It's not that bad. I mean, you're tan. It's not like a burn. You're tan.
I'm moving to Cookville, so a farmer's tan there is almost like fit right in.
That's true.
These things, what? Rob, what the hell, dude?
I tried to catch him, bro.
Knock those off, dude.
Because I'm picking on you.
Why does shirts still have tags? In the 21st century,
it's the most antiquated thing ever.
You can get the internet on your phone, and you still have a tag in your shirt. Like it does. And has anybody ever read a tag? Has any ever been like, how am I gonna wash my shirt?
Actually, I'm not lying. I bought a brand new shirt I never worn before, and I checked if it was 100% cotton or not before I washed it.
Okay, well,
I didn't read the tag.
There's the guy.
I'm the reason.
So you read it. You were like, okay, I'm gonna wash this thing. I'm gonna machine wash it warm, because I was gonna hand wash it if they didn't indicate. So I'll machine wash it, and then only non-chlorine bleach, which is, thank God they said so, because usually my bleach has chlorine in it. Tumble dry on low, don't tumble dry it on medium or high.
Unless you want to fit tighter.
God forbid.
Put it on high, leave it in for 2 hours, and show off your pecs.
That's it, man. I just use as little quarters as I can at the laundromat. We've been using a laundromat, lived in a trailer, true story. And I don't even know if you can pick. You're just like, you're just on off.
That's why I'm not allowed to do the laundry.
Machine dry with the machine on.
Where are we? What are we doing?
Yo, we are wrapping up, man. It's everything but the final has been completed, so we have a very clear picture of who's going to be in the race for the ticket to Madison. The athletes have a couple of hours to air out, and then a very short, fast, aggressive finale. They keep on trying to milk us for details. Have you noticed that? They don't know how heavy the dumbbell is, and multiple people have asked me. So they're trying to milk me for details, but
do you know how heavy the dumbbell is?
I do.
Oh.
For the dudes, it's 120.
Wow. Chicks, it's what?
Heavy, really heavy.
Yeah.
Really heavy. Like heavier than I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And it's a funky rule too that you're not allowed to grab it 2 hands on the handle. You have 1 hand on the handle. You can use the other hand. You can use your other hand to pick it up, but you can't touch the other hand with it. So you can grab the bottom of the. I think
show this without audio. You can cup it. So my boy Mike, we hosted an opener event.
17.1.
17.1.
Yeah.
And we got to go hang there. And then later it came to pass that it's a little bit of a dubious honor, but we got something in common, being that we are both testicular cancer survivors. And look at me, I'm just working the dad bod, but I'm here. But this man's competing, dude.
Yeah. It's been 2 years, and man, it's a blast. My life changed completely. Vision on life changes, but approaching the competition floor is very different, just for fun. And you know, there's no better community than the ones that we can see now here, like for example, and around the world.
Yeah. So what was the biggest like shift in your mindset?
Pay less attention to me and more to the community and people around.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's you know, something maybe you forget when you compete, and so it's important to change that. And you realize it when life is just like, you know, very short.
Hangs in the balance.
Yeah, very much.
And people who are watching, some of them probably it'll resonate with them because they know that like recently, you know, tests came back and they're good, but the stress of that, so it's ongoing. So, and I know you're passionate about helping out people who are going through similar stuff, right?
Yes, exactly. So I try to share as much as I can. You know, like the biggest thing with testicular cancer is that guys are afraid to go get checked. And it's the easiest cancer to cure. So, you know, guys, just in the shower,
feel your balls.
Yeah, feel your balls.
What we're trying to say is touch your balls.
Yeah. Exactly.
Check them out if something's wrong. Have your buddy check your balls.
Exactly. But it's so important. So awareness, and I use CrossFit for this. Like it's a platform that, you know, people listen and care about. So to me, it's important. It's very, very important.
Well, I always love seeing you succeed. Man,
Thank you.
In touch, buddy.
Thank you, man.
Good job. Oh man, what's up, man? I got Roman Krennikov. Gonna catch up with him. How you doing, bro?
No English.
No English? No English.
If he dies.
He dies.
He dies.
He dies.
Yes, do you know Lake Baikal? It is the biggest biggest lake in the world, and this is only for this. Okay.
Oh, thank you so much.
Natural product without sugar. Be healthy.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. Good to see you. Good
Bye.
job, bro. Before I forget.
What'd you get?
Dude, I got honey from the biggest lake in the world. Natural, no sugar. Just delicious, amazing stuff.
Wow. Behind you.
So, what do you think, big guy? Is it official? Have they told you anything? Where you placed?
Yeah. Well, I just heard it through someone here. I asked one of the people who works here, and he was like, yeah, Josh got it. So Josh right up there, he's in third. He has the third shirt on,
So we've got 2 pre-qualified in front of him, so looks like you'll be just behind Josh.
Yeah, I think he's like 4 points shy again, like regionals a couple years ago. But this will be his first year. I was fortunate to go last year, so that's exciting for him.
It's exciting for him.
It hurts for me just as much, but he's awesome, and he worked really hard this weekend and deserves to go. So good for him.
You got a great attitude, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, you gotta take some time to digest, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll have to grieve it a little bit, let it set in, and it'll be a bummer for a while, but it's good stuff to come, and it's an encouraging weekend on some other parts. So always got to look at what you can learn, how you can adapt training, and I have great coaches who help me with that. So
an amazing, impressive finish, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Sorry about that.
From CrossFit Crash, Josh Miller.
Missing the apple. The apple, dude, it was so good.
You want to recreate it, but it won't be the same.
It won't be the same. We should recreate it, actually, just because it was like, It was that epic.
It was pretty strong.
And it'll be like, you know, dramatization of real events. Paris, we got here, you were grumpy, you're like, no, I'm not getting out of the car, I'm gonna stay in the hotel and poop.
Yeah.
And then you got out, you went, you saw Paris. Highlights of the weekend for you?
No, day one was amazing. We got to go out and scoot around the city. I would have never done that. I would have been perfectly content to go back to the hotel room, eat, sleep, be old, and just kind of enjoy that piece. But I was dragged out, got that out of the way, and then
out of the way.
And then you know, we got this was a
loose.
This was a loose event, and it was hard. It was well run. Unbelievably organized to the minute. I don't know that we ever got really behind. So timeline was on point. All the help, volunteers, everybody did their job. It was hard because we're doing multiple languages. We've got Ellie, who just absolutely blew it away up there all weekend long, translating me, delivering in French, and trying to orchestrate the whole thing, dealing with you know, a production team that doesn't speak English. A lot of moving parts.
A lot of moving parts. You dealt with that. We built all. Dude, you were like a ninja. You were like Shaolin, just bop, bop. Hey, 15 minutes of highlights, and you were like absorb it like water.
Bring it, bring it. You know what? Put me on the jumbotron. I'm good.
Stare at my face for 30 minutes.
That's right.
Oh, it's fun being with you, buddy.
No, it was really good.
Oh man. Okay, French Throwdown, all done and dusted. 3 days of competition, hot and heavy, man. We did run and paddle outside. We lifted lots of heavy weights. At the end of the competition, that dumbbell, insane. So on a competition basis, we put to bed a lot of things. One, the team from Invictus Boston is going. I saw them in Shanghai and Reykjavik, so I got a little bit of an attachment to them. Really cool to see them succeed. Heartbreak for Mayhem Independence. That was sad to see. A great men's race. Poor Mitchell Stevens, man. He's missed it by this much, like 2 times before as well. And so heartbreak for him, but now we got Josh Miller going. So again, everything you could ever want from the competition side of things, but then outside of that, got to go and see the sights and sounds of Paris, got to eat the foods, got to go to the Eiffel Tower. It was just as epic as you could ever hope for. I got to thank my sponsors. Noble has been insane in their support of this program. Myself, they even got Nate head to toe. Fit Aid, it's just like time and again, hey, can you guys help us out? And they're so generous. And my very close friends from Bubs, who have just been hooking it up left and right, taking a gamble on me, and being really supportive. Thanks to Daniel Chaffee, his staff, his volunteers. Everyone in Paris has literally been amazing, super accommodating. Just what can I do for you? What would you like? I had the best time. Thank you guys for coming along for the ride. Like, subscribe, do all that kind of YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. Come along on the next ride right now. I'm going back to Cookville, see my family, and sleep for like 10 days.